Riboflagellates part 2. In this portion, we will see some aspects related to Leishmania donovani and other species of Leishmania. There is one skin test known as Leishmanian skin test, Leishmanian or Montenegro skin test, which is a delayed hypersensitivity reaction to intradermal Leishmania antigen. This test is negative in Kala-Azar. It is not useful for diagnosis of Kala-Azar, but it is positive in case of dermal leishmaniasis and in persons who have recovered from Kala-Azar. In a positive reaction, erythema and induration of 5 mm or more can be seen. This is useful in epidemiological studies. The test, Leishmanian skin test or Montenegro skin test, is useful for diagnosis of dermal leishmaniasis as well as in epidemiological studies. Differential diagnosis of Kala-Azar include various disease conditions like malaria, trypanosomiasis, schistosomiasis, histoplasmosis, brucellosis, tuberculosis, lymphomas, myeloid leukemias, relapsing fever, cirrhosis of liver, etc. For treatment of Kala-Azar, sodium stibogluconate, pentamidine, amphotericin B and meltifosine are used. For prevention, early treatment, eradication of the sandflies, and personal prophylaxis measures are used. Then after Kala-Azar, there is one term known as post-Kala-Azar dermal leishmaniasis. This disease condition is also known as dermal leishmanoid. It is occurring after Kala-Azar, so it is called post-Kala-Azar dermal leishmaniasis or dermal leishmanoid. It develops after 1 to 2 years after completion of treatment, and there is reversal of the parasite from viscerotropic to dermotropic. In about 10 to 20% of patients who recover from Kala-Azar, this dermal leishmanoid can be seen, or post-Kala-Azar dermal leishmaniasis. In eastern states where epidemics of Kala-Azar occur, this condition is found. It may occur spontaneously in patients who are cured of Kala-Azar, and it can occur even in patients who have no history of visceral leishmaniasis. It is probably a sequel of subclinical infection. In this condition known as post-Kala-Azar dermal leishmaniasis, there are hypopigmented macules on the trunk and extremities. There are erythematous patches on the nose, cheek and chin, and later yellowish pink non-ulcerating nodules are seen on the face. You can see in the photograph there are lots of nodules on the face in this case, and erythematous patches are also there, and hypopigmented macules can be seen in trunks and extremities. Clinically, this disease condition resembles lepromatous leprosy. For diagnosis, demonstration of Leishmania donovani in biopsy of nodules is done. Leishman stain smears, they show amastigote forms of Leishmania donovani. Treatment same as that of Kala-Azar. So post-Kala-Azar dermal leishmaniasis is a disease condition which occurs about 1 to 2 years after resolution of Kala-Azar, and in this condition there are lots of macules, erythematous patches and nodules in different parts of the body. Then there is one more condition known as cutaneous leishmaniasis. It has several names. It is also known as oriental sore, Delhi boil, Baghdad boil and Aleppo button. In cutaneous leishmaniasis, there are lesions in the skin lesions occurring by different species of leishmania. Now this condition has been divided into old world and new world cutaneous leishmaniasis. The new world refers to the Americas and old world refers to rest of the world. Old world cutaneous leishmaniasis is caused by Leishmania major, Leishmania tropica and Leishmania ethiopica. The new world cutaneous leishmaniasis is caused by Leishmania brasiliensis and Leishmania mexicana. In India, in northwest states, particularly in Rajasthan, this condition occurs. Morphology and life cycle of cutaneous leishmaniasis species is similar to that of Leishmania donovani. The vertebrate host is human being. Invertebrate host is sandfly. In man, the amastigote forms are found in the cells of reticular endothelial system, while in the sandfly, the promastigote forms are seen. Clinical features of cutaneous leishmaniasis include raised papules which enlarge to form a raised indurated lesion with erythema around it. It ulcerates in most of the cases, and healing occurs spontaneously in about 6 months. leaving a depressed scar. The lesion occurs mainly on the face and in the hands. Here in the figure you can see lesion on the face and in the hands. A raised papule which enlarges to form a raised indurated lesion with erythema. It ulcerates and then heals in about 6 months duration. For lab diagnosis of cutaneous leishmaniasis, microscopy can be performed. Material obtained by puncture of the indurated edge of the lesion is examined with Giemsa or Wright stain. When examined microscopically for amastigote forms of the parasite inside the macrophages, for culture NNN medium can be used. Leishmanin or Montenegro test में positive होता है or it indicates delayed hypersensitivity in the patient. For treatment, if the lesions are multiple and disfiguring, then sodium stibogluconate can be used. Otherwise, single lesions they heal spontaneously and they do not require treatment. Clinically, cutaneous leishmaniasis is associated with deficient cell-mediated immunity, and diffuse cutaneous leishmaniasis can occur when CMI is inhibited. It enables the parasite to disseminate in the subcutaneous tissues, and non-healing, lifelong, non-ulcerative infection can occur in case of diffuse cutaneous leishmaniasis. Then there is one more condition known as mucocutaneous leishmaniasis. It is also known as Espondia. Mucocutaneous leishmaniasis is caused by Leishmania brasiliensis complex. It is prevalent in Central and South America. The reservoir is domestic dog and the vector is sandfly. Morphology and life cycle are similar to Leishmania donovani. Clinical features of mucocutaneous leishmaniasis include extensive ulceration on the lower extremities. In some patients, after months or years, the nasopharynx is affected. Extensive destruction of soft tissue in the nasopharynx will lead to painful, mutilating erosions known as espondia. The nasopharynx is affected after some time, and these painful, mutilating erosions in the nasopharynx, this is known as espondia. Fever, anemia, loss of weight can occur. The cause of death is generally bacterial superinfection or aspiration pneumonia and respiratory obstruction. You can see here lesions of mucocutaneous leishmaniasis on the nose and in the around the mouth. Extensive destruction of soft tissue in the nasopharynx will lead to painful, mutilating erosions which are known as espondia. Laboratory diagnosis of mucocutaneous leishmaniasis include microscopy, then biopsy from the skin and mucous membrane lesions shows amastigote forms and staining. Culture NNN medium can be done. Treatment antimonials are used. And with this we end the part 2 of hemoflagellates. In part 3 we will have a look at trypanosomes. Thank you.